So joining us now, Republican Arizona Congressman and House Judiciary Committee member, Congressman Andy Biggs. Congressman, let's talk tariffs, right? You have called them a drastic step, but you still support them?
Yeah, absolutely. And here's why. What's happening on the border is an absolute total national security crisis. It's a humanitarian crisis. And a lot of these people that are pushing back on this are, where have they been? They have not been in there offering suggestions. They've not been down at the border looking at this. They've not been talking to the ranchers who live along the border. They haven't talked to the Border Patrol agents. And we're talking 1 million plus people we are going to apprehend, and another 1 million coming in a year. This is amazing. And, you know, we've been working with Mexico, taking the carrot approach with them, trying to get them to help out. They're letting people traverse their country. It is amazing what's going on. It's devastating what's going on to this country. And in some ways, it's an existential threat to the country.
But, Congressman, a lot of the people that are pushing back on these tariffs are your own Republican colleagues in Congress and the U.S. Chamber of Congress. They're warning of dire economic consequences. I want to show you what Republican Senator Chuck Grassley said. He said, you know, that he supported most of the president's immigration policies, but not this one. He says, quote, "This is a misuse of presidential tariff authority and counter to congressional intent. Following through on this threat would seriously jeopardize passage of the USMCA, that's a trade agreement, and a central campaign pledge of President Trump's, and what could be a big victory for the country." So are you worried about the impact that this might have on the potential passage of that trade agreement?
I think that trade agreement is going to be going to go through. I think they're going to work it out. Remember that NAFTA itself took a great deal of time and had over 400 side agreements. So this one's going to have a bunch of side agreements too. So they're working on that. But if this were not going to work to try to ameliorate the border issue that we have, then I would expect Mexico not to send an envoy immediately. They've already sent an envoy up to try to negotiate with this administration. They're going to be arriving next week. That tells me that they realize how important this is. And the president's basically said, look, we've worked with the carrot side. It's time to work with the stick side.
What would be your message to some of your constituents who may have businesses near the border who are worried that their businesses may suffer because of these tariffs?
I'm with them. I understand that, and they're right. But I would say that this is a long-term issue that we're trying to resolve, and hopefully we can get through this with as minimal pain for as short a period as possible. And I'm hoping that we can avert the actual imposition of the 5% tariff. But we've got to solve this border crisis because it is a severe crisis. And quite frankly, I think it's going to result in a resolution that will solve the problem, and that is good for the country, and that'll be good for the businesses in my district.
So your message is essentially short-term pain for long-term gain. Really quickly, exactly. I just want to ask you one question about the special counsel, Bob Mueller, after his big press conference this week. So much of his speech, the beginning and the end of it, so much of his remarks were focused on election interference, what happened in 2016 and what could happen in 2020. Do you believe Republicans are doing enough to keep that from happening again?
Well, I think we are. We're working on it, and we've had this. The president formed basically a national commission. He asked for information from all secretaries of state to try to resolve what we can do to prevent this kind of hacking into our election and try to prevent Russian interference and, frankly, other nations' interference, such as China, Iran, others who have tried to cyber hack and to influence our election. So we're doing some. We have to do more. That's for sure. But I think that this administration is on top of it.
I think all Americans hope that Congress, the president, everybody in government will be doing more heading into 2020 to safeguard our elections. Right. Congressman Biggs, thank you.
Thanks, Kristen.